Our managers had told me, we care only about being first. It doesn't matter if you're second or fifth, those places mean nothing for us. That was the task in front of us.
Този клуб дава изключително самочувствие.
This club gives extreme confidence. This club educates a lot about things in life.
Играл съм и в детските отбори на CSKA, сега и в мъжкия.
I have played in the youth teams of CSKA, now in the men's team, and only in CSKA there has been nothing else for me.
Това е моят клуб, така да се каже. В него съм израснал.
This is my club, so to say. I have grown up in it, I have lived with it, I will not forget it, as long as I am alive. CSKA gave me a lot. Ice hockey develops in Bulgaria in the start of the 20th century, but the organized hockey becomes famous in the end of the 40s. In 1994, a tournament in honor of the 5th Congress of Bulgarian Communist Party is held and a few teams participate in it. On the 16th of September in the same year, the Republican section for skates and ice hockey is created. At the start, the competitions are in the form of city championships without age requirements. One of the first team is CSKA. During 1952, the first Republican Championship is held, where CSKA doesn't reach top 3. In the next competition, CSKA becomes third and wins its first medals. Then a few competitions that are played at the Capital's race course, in which CSKA participates under the name CDNA and wins silver 4 times and bronze 2 times. The golden period for CSKA is in the 60s, when CDNA unites with the hockey hegemon in those times, Red Flag, and under the name of CSKA Red Flag, 4 consecutive titles are won in the period 1963 through 1967. After the second place in 1968, the golden rhythm is regained and CSKA is a champion in 1969 once again. Until 1975, 5 new titles are won, and the hegemony in CSKA is stopped only for 1 season by the team from Pernik, Krakra. The feeling of being a winner, of scoring goals, of being the best, simply our team of 5 was the best in Bulgaria. A change of generation follows, which leads to a decrease and temporary domination of the eternal competitor. They appointed a Russian coach, Veniamin Alexandrov, who rests in peace on the current date. He started a revolution. There were 3-4 training sessions a day, sometimes even more. CSKA won the title in 1983 once again and doubled it during the next season. After a failure, we were to step on the rug, in order to get yelled at for not winning by more, for example. Losing from another thing was something that a word wasn't spoken about. In 1968, the Army players win their 3rd title for the decade, which turns out to be their last for the next 27 years.
Участието ни в Купата на европейските шампиони с CSKA.
Our participation in the Cup of European Champions with CSKA before the year of 1990, against the teams from the ex-Yugoslavia and Hungarians, when we have played some amazing games. The other thing I want to point out as my success is my participation in the national team in Bulgaria. I played until the year of 1991, after which I left Bulgaria.
Ние имахме тогава и голям успех, участвахме в Купата на европейските шампиони.
We had a big success back then. We participated in the Cup of European Champions and we played against Olimpia Ljubljana. The match was really close and it ended with a difference of 1 goal in their favor. Here it was. I think we beat them, and in the next round we were beaten by a way better team than us. After the changes in 1989, ice hockey degrades in Bulgaria as a whole, and CSKA suffers the most out of those changes. Separate competitions are held where only up to 3 teams participate. On a certain championship, the title was to be given to one of the 2 teams that participated, which was very curious. However, CSKA manages to keep ice hockey alive throughout all those years, and in the last few years a new powerful period is established when the hockey club is taken over by the coach and president Kirill Khudulov. There is a future for ice hockey for CSKA, especially because the team is full of young and talented players. One of them is Nikolai Buzhanov.
Още тренирах и футбол на червено знаме, но една година тренирах и двете.
I was still training football at the Red Flag, but one year I trained both things and it was hard for me to perform in school and I had to choose between football and hockey. And that is how I chose hockey. When it started, I trained 3 times a week.
Ходихме на тренировки 3 пъти седмично.
Buzhanov has went through all the formations of the army team and is also very thankful to the coach Kirill Khudulov, who constantly helps him. Nick is a hereditary fan of CSKA and always visits the games of CSKA when he has the opportunity to, no matter what the sport is.
Баща ми той е фен на CSKA и като малък много ме водеше на мачове.
My father is a fan of CSKA. When I was younger, he brought me to watch CSKA's football matches and I became keen on CSKA. From then, another team besides CSKA in Bulgaria and in Europe does not exist.
Страхопочитание имам към този отбор просто.
I feel awe for this team on any level in any sport. From 2012, CSKA not only wins 3 consecutive titles, but also returns with a bang on the European hockey scene. The club participates in the prestige tournament for the Continental Cup, where in 2 consecutive seasons the club manages to go through the first phase. I was a coach in both years when we participated in the Continental Cup. In one of the cases we played against Belgrade in the first round, but we didn't manage to jump through it. There were a lot of great teams.
Играеш на европейско ниво, вече стандарта се дига.
When you play on European level, the standard increases double the previous size, the triple for yourself. That is why it is great to get those type of matches. I mean that I cannot describe the feeling, especially here when we play and when the crowd comes in order to support us. This is just, it cannot be described with words.
За нас самото участие и връщането в европейските турнири беше...
For us, only our participation, our return to the European club tournaments was a success. Last year, we went through the first round in Sofia, after which we headed towards Germany. We didn't succeed there, even though that we were a fantastic team. Unfortunately, 2015, however, due to the lack of enough financial power, CSKA is forced to give up its participation in the second group stage of the Continental Cup, even though the club won in a dominant fashion in Belgrade.